Last night I got back to the hotel room, like I said, way too late, so I didn't do any kind of a recording. But because being on the convention floor is such a multi-sensoral event, I thought it was a good idea to go ahead and talk about that. Obviously, when you watch it on TV, especially on the network TV stations, you're not going to get the full event, the full feel of it. Number one, it's very, very noisy. As far as any kind of controlled chaos, I think that, yeah, that's probably the most accurate description. Obviously, each state sits with its delegation, but when you see the TV cameras pan in, you can see that there's a lot of activity going on between the delegations as far as up and down the aisles, right there where people are sitting. It's a great opportunity to meet people from, other parts of the state, that kind of thing. But when you see a lot of activity in the aisles, very often it's because some kind of a political notable is walking around. Very often the elected officials from a particular state will sit with their delegation, or at least come by to say hello, shake hands, meet people that they've worked with, or perhaps who have worked on their campaigns, that kind of thing. So it's very, very exciting. The energy level is very high, and so is the exhaustion level. I think after the first 2 days, I think everybody has pretty much reached their energy limit. But we're trying to pace ourselves, and we're in it for the duration. Anyway, the visual part of it, this has been, just visually a terrific experience, because they have it very well choreographed. The production value in this is fabulous, extremely professional. So the way they have everything choreographed with the different speakers and the videos and the lights and all that, it's really, it's as if you are, well, it's not as if, it's definitely that you are inside just this huge, huge production. And so it's very, very exciting. But again, it is very tiring. There's a lot of noise the whole time. And at one point, I was starting to feel a little fatigued from it, so I actually got out of my seat. I skipped a couple of the speakers that were speaking last night and walked around where it's what they call the hallway. And that's where, like, some of the food vendors are. And I ran into somebody that I knew, and so sat and chatted with him for quite a while. And at one point, I looked at one of the monitors, because they have monitors in there so that you can see and hear who's actually at the podium. I saw that Mark Warner was speaking, and I knew that that was toward the end of the evening before Hillary came on. And so I said to the person I was talking to, hey, I want to go catch the end of Warner's speech. And as I was trying to get back, walk around the hall to get back to the area to go down to the floor, the security people had it kind of cordoned off, and obviously that's uh-oh, somebody important's come by. So I was able to get through, flashed my floor credentials, so they knew they needed to let me go by, and got back to my seat and sat down and listened to the end of Warner's speech, and so on and so forth. And somebody tapped me on the shoulder and they said, look up there behind, Michelle Obama's up there. So that's what it was, is that had I timed it right, I might have been able to, see Michelle Obama and Joe Biden, and Joe Biden's wife walk by, but my timing wasn't really great. Anyway, so it's very exciting. It's hard on the ears, and, after a while you get tired of standing up and sitting down and standing up and sitting down. But, it's part of the fun. It's like a big pep rally. It's connecting with different people within your state as well as between the different states. So, it's can be overwhelming. And today I decided to kind of take a break in the middle of the day. Actually, today is Wednesday. This is the third day of the convention, and the reason you see me wearing my little hat is today was Delegate Service Day, and the Florida delegation went to Bicentennial Park, which is in Aurora. We took a bus over there, and we planted trees, which was, really pretty nice. It was a nice break because it's a gorgeous day here, particularly by Florida standards. Low humidity, but it's very warm, bright blue skies, just a perfect day to be outside. And they provided us with the shovels and that kind of thing. And part of the Delegate Service Days was that they were going to have political notables showing up at the different service projects that they're having going on all over the region. It wasn't just this one thing at Bicentennial Park. They actually have, because we have 50 states, they have, I think one of the volunteers said that they have like 75 different projects going on around the area for all the different state delegates to participate in. But luckily enough, we were lucky to have Jimmy Carter and Rosalind Carter show up at ours. And so I didn't get to shake his hand. You know, there were a little too many people, and, you know, the Secret Service made sure that you didn't crowd around the president. But it was really inspiring to see him out there. He was actually, you know, helping to dig holes and plant the trees and rake the mulch and that kind of thing. But it's inspiring to see the kind of work that somebody like Jimmy Carter continues to do, and it is genuine, it is sincere. I did take a couple pictures, but again, you know, I had this, you know, Secret Service guy that's twice my size, you know, shoo me away. We came away with some T-shirts and some buttons, and this is one of the buttons that we got. Let me get the glare off of that. Got a T-shirt of that too. Now I'm going to go get cleaned up, and I'm going to try to head over, grab something to eat, and head over to the convention center. The rural caucus is from 2 to 4, and it's already after 1. You know, it's getting close to 1 o'clock, so I've got to hurry up. And then tonight is going over to the Pepsi Center, and as you know, Bill Clinton's going to speak, and of course Joe Biden. So, and hopefully, if I don't get back too late, I will post another blog tonight about that.